Allah will test using him, his slaves. Using who? Using Dajjal. Allah will test his slaves. And Allah will empower him with things that are usually only in the dominion of Allah. For example, he will be able to give life to the dead that he himself kills. And he will bring out the beauties of worldly life and the greenery and produce out of it. And he will have his own version of Jannah, his own version of Nar, and his own two rivers. And he will follow the resources of this earth. And the resources of this earth will submit to him. They will come under his feet. And his ability to command the sky to rain, and it will rain. Do you believe that this revolution is Dajjal and there's no real person Dajjal? I do believe there's a person Dajjal. I do believe that. It's been physically described by Rasulullah ﷺ. I don't believe that to be figurative. But I do believe the stage for him being set, we have to keep our eyes open. We have to keep our eyes open. Whoever recited 10 ayat from the beginning of Surah Al-Kahf is protected from the fitna of Dajjal. So the first 10 ayat in particular will give us a lot of insight about the fitna of Dajjal. What happens to morality in modern times? It's a little bit deviated, and over time it goes really out there. Alhamdulillah for the book that Allah revealed onto his slave and did not allow for any what? Deviation. Because in a time where every bit of morality will deviate, the only book that will stand its ground and will not shift will be this book. So the idea is, so long as we hold on to this book, I want to give you an image. Imagine a tree with deep roots, and there's a flood. Everything is getting uprooted and getting washed away. And you're hugging this tree. So long as you're holding on to this tree, you will not get washed away. Which means when Dajjal comes, you know the Day of Judgment is right around the corner. When the greatest test comes, the only thing left is the earth is going to be barren land thereafter. Now tell me, did the Prophet ﷺ tell us to face Dajjal and fight him and go in his face? No. Avoid him as much as you can. As a matter of fact, if you run into him, if you happen to stumble upon him, read the first 10 ayat of Surah Al-Kahf on him. Oh, read the opening of Surah Al-Kahf onto him. In other words, you're not looking for trouble. You are getting away from this overwhelming tyrant. The gorgeous connection between the story of the people of the cave and the protection from fitna of Dajjal. Let me tell you just one thing about it. There's 100 things to tell you. One thing I'll tell you and you get your break. And that is that when you get to the 10th ayah, they are turning to the cave and they're saying to Allah, Ya Allah, give us some special rahmah, some special love and care from your behalf, and facilitate some kind of guidance for us. Ya Allah, the only one that can be our refuge is you. By the time you get to the 10th ayah, our dua against Dajjal and their dua against their king becomes one. Our problem and their problems merge in one dua.
All I'm trying to do is to encourage you, inshallah, to encourage you to say, let's do something about it.